Hi garden friends! Did you know that one simple addition can completely change the way your garden feels? And it isn't by adding another plant. Today I'll show you how vertical gardening can add height, beauty, and year-round interest to your landscape, and why it might be exactly what your garden has been missing all along. So let's go, shall we? If we haven't met, I'm Sally, and I've been a master gardener for more than 30 years. You know, one of the biggest lessons that I've learned is that beautiful gardens aren't always about adding more plants. They're about creating layers. Some plants stay low, others fill in the middle, and then there are vertical elements that naturally draw your eye through the landscape. Whether your garden is large or small, adding height can make it feel more polished, more inviting, and sometimes even larger than it really is. And today I'm sharing some of my favorite ways to garden, vertically using arbors, trellises, obelisks, shepherd's hooks, hanging baskets, and a few other ideas that can work in almost any landscape. Let's start with my newest addition to my own garden, and one of the most impactful ways to add height and structure, my new arbor. I've wanted another arbor in my garden for quite a while because an arbor creates something every garden needs, a destination. It naturally draws your eye and it makes you want to see what's beyond it. An arbor adds structure and beauty before a single plant ever starts climbing over it. I'll admit, putting this one together took a little more patience than I expected, but once it was standing, I knew it was well worth the effort. And you don't need a large property to enjoy vertical gardening. Even one well-placed arbor or trellis can completely change the way your garden looks. One thing I always encourage gardeners to think about is what their garden looks like in every season, including winter. Even in winter, many plants have gone dormant. An arbor continues to provide beautiful structure and interest. Then, as climbing roses, clematis, or another favorite vine begins to grow, the arbor becomes even more beautiful year after year. You know, if an arbor feels like a big commitment or you simply don't have the space, you can still create that same sense of height and charm on a smaller scale. Let's look at one of the easiest ways to do that. Now, trellises are probably one of the most versatile vertical features you can add. They fit beautifully against fences, alongside a house, or tucked into a planting bed where you simply need a little extra height. And the nice thing is they don't have to be large. Sometimes one simple trellis with just one flowering vine or rose completely changes the personality of an entire garden bed. They're also perfect for smaller gardens because they encourage plants to grow upward instead of outward, saving valuable space while adding another layer of beauty. I especially like using trellises where I want to soften a fence, create a focal point, or simply add more interest to an area that feels a little plain. And once you start adding even one vertical element, like a trellis, you'll notice how quickly it elevates the entire space. And one thing I've learned over the years is that you don't have to redesign your entire garden to make a big impact. Sometimes just one thoughtful addition makes all the difference. Don't forget to grab my free 4-season garden checklist. The link is right below this video in the description. Now, if you'd like to bring that same vertical interest right into the middle of your garden beds, there's another beautiful option to consider. Now here's something that I just couldn't resist showing you. This used to be an old barbecue grill cover, and it had a canvas top on it, which is long gone by now. I didn't want to discard it into the dumpster, so I kept it, and as you can see, I just put it over my raised garden bed. I've got several tomatoes and some flowers growing here, and normally I wouldn't have these tall sunflowers growing and shading out my beautiful tomato plants. However, these were volunteer sunflowers. And look at that, how amazing they are. I just couldn't resist not letting them grow once they came up. I also have some string lights. They're solar lights. They look absolutely beautiful at night. So instead of discarding something like this, try using it in your garden in some way. Let me know what you think in the comments below. While trellises are perfect against walls and fences, sometimes you want to create height right in the middle of a flower bed. And that's where obelisks really shine. I love obelisks because they're beautiful even before plants begin climbing on them. They add architectural interest all by themselves, and they're wonderful supports for clematis, sweet peas, annual vines, and smaller climbing roses. Sometimes a simple obelisk becomes the finishing touch that brings an entire planting bed together. But what if you're not looking to support a climbing plant at all, and instead you just want to lift the eye and add a touch of charm in a simple, flexible way? Hanging baskets instantly bring flowers and foliage closer to eye level. I especially enjoy using them near porches where people naturally gather together. They're an easy way to add seasonal color without digging another hole in your yard. Just remember they dry out faster than plants growing in the ground, so they'll usually need watering a little more often, especially during hot weather. And don't forget to fertilize your flowering hanging baskets every week. Now, I have a water-soluble fertilizer that I use, and I'll list it in the link in the description below. Shepherd's hooks are one of the easiest ways to add height without planting anything at all. I have my birdhouse up on this shepherd's hook, but you can use them for flowering baskets, bird feeders, lanterns, wind chimes, or decorative garden accents. They're inexpensive, easy to move, and a wonderful way to refresh your garden throughout the seasons. Once you start thinking vertically, you begin seeing opportunities everywhere. If you're enjoying this video and you'd like more practical gardening tips that are easy to put into practice, I'd love to have you join our garden community, Sally's Garden Society. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss future videos. Not every garden has room for freestanding structures, and that's perfectly okay. Sometimes the best solution is to simply use the space you already have. Another beautiful option is Espalier, where trees are carefully trained to grow flat against a wall or support. It's a centuries-old gardening technique that's both elegant and incredibly space efficient. If you never create an espalier yourself, it may inspire you to think differently about using vertical space in your own garden. Vertical gardening doesn't stop there. Decorative plant stands, tiered planters, containers displayed at different heights, even a favorite container placed on a pedestal can add another layer to your landscape. The goal isn't simply making your garden taller, it's creating movement, balance, and it's giving your eyes something interesting to discover as you move through the garden. Whether it's an arbor, a trellis, an obelisk, or even a shepherd's hook, they all have one thing in common. They work best when they're placed with intention. Before installing any vertical structure, just stand back and look at your garden from several different viewpoints. Look from your patio, look from the inside of your home, and don't forget to walk out to the street. Sometimes moving an arbor, trellis, or obelisk just a few feet creates a much stronger focal point and makes your entire garden feel more balanced. Now that my arbor is finally in place, it reminds me exactly why I wanted to add one to my garden in the first place. Even before a vine begins climbing over it, it creates a destination. It adds height, it provides structure, and it gives this part of the garden a completely different feeling. To me, that's what vertical gardening is really all about. It's not just about growing plants upward, it's about creating layers, adding character, and making your garden feel more welcoming in every season. I hope today's ideas have inspired you to look at your own garden a little differently and maybe even think about growing up instead of growing out. I hope you've been inspired. I hope you're having a great gardening day, and I'll catch you in the next one. And if you'd like more ideas to make your garden even more beautiful, click on this video right here.